Hey, how's it going, everyone? And welcome to day 2 of game development in GameMaker. Today, we are going to be looking at cameras and trying to make our loom larger. We'll also try to make a simple platformer in the game we have already made. Today's stream is gonna be a bit scuffed. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a bit scuffed. There might be some background noises and there might be some issues while streaming as well because the network, at least the download speed today, seems to be inconsistent, though that shouldn't be a problem, hopefully, because the upload speed matters and that seems to be fine right now. Yeah, and other than that, everything else is all good. I just had a club session like 1 hour ago, which ended. Like the session ended 1 hour ago. We had basically some introduction to large language models and the workings behind it. I need to explore a few of those terms as well. We'll be doing at the end of this session, and yeah, that's about it. Let me update you guys on the progress since the last stream. So first of all, I basically lost all the progress that we made in the last stream because for some reason, well, GameMaker decided that I did not need all the work that I did in the last stream and decided to just make it vanish into thin air. So right now, all I have is what I did after that. And well, what I did after that is start make what we intended to do in the last stream originally, which is a start menu screen, which should be right here. Yeah, this. And I had some help with this, and I was following the tutorial as I did on the stream, and for some reason it worked this time and not the first time, which is a mystery to me. I don't know how it works, but it works, so I'm happy enough. And other than that, what we did is simple, like downloaded a few assets and basic bare bones of what we needed for this stream. I have a few videos lined up to watch during the stream as well. We can also look at the GitHub ones just to see if we missed anything. All right, so player points in the direction of mouse. Yeah, I also added this. Our player will now point wherever our mouse cursor is hovering on the screen. And global mouse down for shooting, which was a setting I didn't know about before. I'll show you just right now. It is really helpful than just simply taking that mouse down button. It's like much helpful unless you are like using some chess or some other system in your like platformer RPG. And yeah, the start screen and exit button was added, which we can see after I run the game. And other than that, nothing much actually. That's all. Git was really helpful in this situation. I almost lost all objects actually. Git was able to retrieve at least the objects I lost because of my mistake, which was I just basically was trying to delete all the objects from my room menu while copying this room to make the start menu and deleted all the objects in this, which I know, genius move, but it happened. So I didn't have anything on either side, and now I have something and was able to build from that. So not all work was lost. Some of it was lost, but that was because of GameMaker or either some stupidity on my side, which I don't yet know about. So yeah, let's run the game once and see where we are at. I need to change. Yeah, this is the start button. If we press on quit, it will just quit the game. And other than that, wait. This didn't happen before. Let me just copy it and see. Yeah, obviously, the moment I start streaming, something goes wrong. All right. Let's see how we can fix this. Rooms, maybe there's something. Okay, maybe there's something with the order of the rooms. Just maybe. No, 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 no. There's no issue with the order of the rooms here. Maybe add in the platformer did something. Okay, let's go to the code and go to the object, which is supposed to be, yeah, the play object. So if left press, we go to room 1. It should work this way. Let's run it once again, just in case something happened the first time. Yeah. All right, time to add this to ChatGPT because let's go the least effort way first, then try to do it the correct way. All right, clear, please abort. Yeah, temporary chat. Hmm. And if any If there's more background noise than usual, please forgive me. Tomorrow we have lectures later than usual and also less lectures than usual because of reasons, and thus everyone is staying up late, and everyone staying up late means there's like a gang of four in every single room where people gather playing mobile games or shooter games or games in general or doing stuff as well. Yeah, what happened here? Global dot x plus one. Okay, I added a thing. I should like remove it first. I'll experiment with those things later. Let's remove it for now. I think it was in create. No, not here. Oh, maybe it's in the, yeah, it's in this object. Yeah. So let's remove this for now. Control X and save, and then let's try to run it again. Does it work? Yeah, it works. So yeah, the basic mechanics we added were these, like the player points in the direction of where my cursor is pointing. Other than that, literally nothing else. This exit button was there. So yeah, that's about all we added, like all I added after the stream. So, and yeah. There's the score counter which is already there before. This is the quit button which just basically quits the game, and there's the platformer like room which I made, which I need. Yeah, there's 10,000 pixels, right? We now need to learn about viewports and cameras because this room is supposed to be 10,000 pixels wide. I need a basic base on which the player can run. So we are gonna be needing to learn styling or whatever that thing is called, where you make a certain sprite or object tile together and stuff. And yeah, and we will also be adding a mechanic for coins and some enemies, hopefully, maybe not, maybe yes. That might be a bit too that might be a bit too much for today's stream, but we'll for sure try. And now about viewports, we are gonna have to go to YouTube for now, and I'll have to check this first. Acha, all right. So the thing is, I defined x as some variable, but x is usually used as as a coordinate thing. Uh, already defined. It's already defined. So maybe I should have just changed it to some other variable. Okay, let's try and change it to some other variable. Maybe that fixes stuff. Just global x to global a maybe. And if a is equal to 500, go to this. Yeah, this might not create a problem. It might. I'll have to see. And it does create a problem. What does it do? Well, first abort. What's the problem here? Maybe I'll just have to see. Okay, I need to copy the error as well, right? Let's run the game again and see what happens. Copy the error, close the game, and copy the error to ChatGPT. I'm not brave enough to debug this by going through documentations during a stream. It will take too much time. Nah, not at all. Stream is for basic learning and basic creativity, like proper creativity, like designing complete maps and learning completely new concepts. Well, I'm learning like completely new concepts right now, but there I am at the like starting phase of development, so it should not be hard enough. Hopefully, well, hopefully. Yeah. So where were we? So global variable not defined. Similar to the previous error, global dot a is being referenced but hasn't been initialized. Global variables need to be explicitly. My tongue's rolling. What's the word for it? Well, never mind. Explicitly defined and initialized in GameMaker. If this is not done, you will encounter this error. Code execution order. If the initialization of global A is in a different object or event that runs after this create event, the variable would still be undefined at this point. Before you attempt to modify global.a, you need to define it. Okay, so I'll just define it here. And I can't do it here. Maybe I can like define it. I can define it in player, right? When it's created, I can just create global variable here. Control V, Control S, and what else? Hopefully, nothing too much is required now. I should actually remember to make an O controller object and an O camera object in the next one because they are being continuously needed, and I have been just like guessing the order of things loading in the game and adding the variables into that. If variable global exists, a global a is equal to 0, feedback initialization if not already defined, global dot a. Okay. uh, yeah, I'll do this instead of just simply global dot this. Maybe the game will not work but properly or as intended, but it will work at least till where we have already developed it. This feature might be too experimental though, and it does not work. Did I even like save it properly? Let's save it. Let's see. So what can we do? Let's paste the thing again. Hmm. Okay. But I didn't use like, did I? Oh, global dot A, yeah. Ish. I'm stupid. global dot A. Hopefully this fixes things. This third time's the charm. Yes, it fixed. Now we just need to wait for us to get 500 score. I should have modified the thing to be so that I would be able to get 500 score faster. It's gonna take a while. We are gonna be here for a minute. Did I change the code to make it spawn slower or something? Don't think I did. Hopefully I did not. Well, it's already at 150, so how long could it take? Actually, let's just wait there. I'll just talk about stuff unless is there too much background noise? Please someone tell me where wait, where's my chat? Yeah, here it is. Hmm. All right. Ah, this is faster. Just wait a second. The stream's quality has dropped down quite a bit. Actually, it's running like really at a low bitrate than what it's supposed to, but it should still be visible. It should still be visible at a good enough bitrate. Hmm. Let's hope it doesn't get worse. All right. Uh, yeah. So really should should have just changed the code instead of doing this whole thing. But yeah, I'll actually decrease the value of f to 250. 250 or 200? Yeah, 200 should be fine because otherwise, wait. Yeah, it changed. Why did it change if it wasn't at? Oh, there were 500 objects created, right? I needed to be destroyed. Oh, God. Okay. So I figured that the boxes wouldn't go out of bounds. So I just created like 500 of them, but no, actually, I need it to be destroyed. Whenever it is destroyed, I need there to be this. So let's do remove it from here. Go to projectile, projectiles, obstacle, and let's change it from here. Uh, Wait a second, guys. Yeah. So what was I doing again? Yeah, the changing this thing. If other object index is equal to obstacle, instance destroy other, and also enter Control V. Let's remove this part. Actually, tab and enter, and let's just Control V. No, not this way. I intended to be indented, but it doesn't seem to want to be indented by itself. So I'll just do it in the way did not want to do it, but it's fine. Yep, indentation is the most fun thing I have ever done in my life. Let's go. Uh, yeah, that should be it. Hopefully. And yeah, if object other dot object index is equal to obstacle, do this and add this, and if this is equal to 500, I will actually change it to 100. That should be short enough. Uh, yeah, and what else? Actually, let's indent it backwards because it doesn't make sense if it's this way. And yeah, let's run the game again. Hopefully this works the way I want it to this time. Okay, so let's hope to reach 100 and then it will automatically change the room. I'm just experimenting with mechanics right now, all right? So if it works correctly, then it's like good. If it doesn't, then it's very bad. And last object, and it changes. Yes, thank you. Okay, it works. It works. It works really well. So let's close the game. For now, let's put the exit button in platformer, even though I need the like viewport to be there. Where's the viewport again? Yes, I need to go to the washroom, all right? I'll be right back. Just 10 seconds. Well, it just so happens that my roommate decided to lock my room's door just before going outside. He did it probably out of consideration, but right now I'm stuck. And in a very, well, yeah, I'll be fine. So, going back to the game. Wait, the stream's at 30 FPS? I don't think I set it on, or maybe I did. All right. So, yeah, now we need to design a level. How do we do that? Well, let's figure it out. Wait, what? Did I lose internet connection or something? I'll just reload it. Hopefully it works. The download speed is probably just completely destroyed right now. La 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 la. How to design? How to design? How to design what? How to design? How to design? How to design? Yeah, levels. Levels in GameMaker Studio 2. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Create your level, room, and add objects. No, this isn't it. How to build a level in Windows. Okay. Uh, Tiles. We are gonna be needing tiles. Actually, this I'll change the thing of this to something else as well. Yeah, 768. Let's triple it. 768 into 3 is 21. 21 plus 1, 22. 22.8. 8 or and 9, 10. Okay, I'll just use a calculator. I do not want it to be wrong, even though it's probably right. Right? What? Yeah. Hmm. Seven. I 768 into 3. Yeah. 2300. Ah, I was right. Okay, so thrice of what we originally intended, but uh, I'll just type it 2304. Yeah. So, and original camera is supposed to be the size of this. So 1366 into 768. I'll make it later. Viewport maybe 1366 into 768. Yeah, this should be okay still. But what else do I do here? Yeah, let's add a camera. But first we need some kind of a level. Can I download some level stuff? Or do I need to learn tiling? First, let's learn tiling. Uh, Tiling in GameMaker Studio 2. How does it work? Tile sets plus auto tiling. How to create and use tile sets plus auto tiling. This is 4 years ago. This might be a bit too old. Easy tile collisions, tile GameMaker Studio tile sets. How old is this playlist? 11 years. Damn. Go dot. No, not go dot. If I was actually competent, I would have. Well, Godot is not actually that hard, so that doesn't work here. Okay. So what? Health style set editor or actually GameMaker how to create and use style sets. Okay, plus auto tiling. Hopefully my audio is audible. Okay, I keep turning away from the mic, so my voice might be cutting off.
My name is Aaron Craig with Let's Learn This Together. Stick around to the end of the video for details on how you can easily win my beginner games course. Tile sets make up a huge part of every game you create. So when you have one, like I've got here from Manaseed and Salil the Shaper who created it, you can find them on Patreon as well, you download the tile set and bring it in just like a sprite. So I'm just going to grab the first one we've got here and grab it into the tile set folder. Now when you bring it in, it is a sprite. So I'm just going to rename it SPR Gentle Forest, and then I'm going to actually make a tile set out of this sprite. So I'm going to right click and create tile set. And I use TS as the prefix here. I'm just going to name it Gentle Forest as well. You can select the sprite or you can grab the sprite and put it over here, and then it shows up. So when we have this is now our tile set. And
Oh God,
unfortunately,
there's an
the
insect.
width and height of the tiles already set, but we can look at them over here and we can change it. So the ones you're going to find most common are 8x8, 16x16, and 32x32 for tile sets. 32x32 is like a high resolution, 16x16 older, and 8x8 is like really classic games, and I don't see that one too often. The tile set offset X and Y is if they did not start right here, but this one actually does. They created it just correctly. It's really, really nice to work with in GameMaker, which is cool. And then you have the separation if there's space in between any of these. The output border X and Y are if you're going to be scaling your game up or down, and kind of has to do with making your game run more efficiently, but we're not going to talk about it any more than that, but you can check out the manual if that interests you. And then disabling source sprite export basically means you are only using...
Wait.
It's really, really nice to work with in GameMaker, which is cool.
Guys, I'll be right back, alright? Actually, I can't be right back because, oh God. Oh, I'm closed in my room. I keep forgetting and remembering. Close this. Are you sure you want to exit? Yeah. Like, wait, I do not want to lose my progress. What do I do here? Has changed. Would you like to reload the resources or save? I would like to reload, hopefully. Hopefully this didn't ruin anything. Please. Oh God. I'll just run the game. Yeah, I'll run the game again. Yeah. Please do not break anything. Yeah, this is for now working. And what else? What else? What else? Did it break? Let's wait till 100. My audio is audible. Oh shit. This is for now. Yep. Yeah, it changes. Okay, it did not break. Thank God. I didn't know what to do here. Yeah, all right. So anyhow, what was I saying again? Uh, yeah, tile sets. tile sets.
And then you have the separation if there is space in between any of these, the output border X and Y, or if you're going to be scaling your game up or down, and kind of has to do with making your game run more efficiently, but we're not going to talk about it any more than that, but you can check out the manual if that interests you. And then disabling source sprite export basically means you are only using this sprite as a tile set, and so GameMaker is not going to look at it any other way. So if you are going to be using this sprite for something else, which I suppose you could, it would just be kind of strange, then you'll want to uncheck that box. Now, inside of here, using a tile set is actually pretty simple if we go with just the basic way of using this tile set. We open up a room, and we have to make a tile layer. Now, when you are designing tile sets and using them inside of GameMaker, you're going to have lots of tile layers. And the reason is you can only have one kind of tile set on each layer. So right now, we actually have a good deal of things we can use this tile set for. It actually has like trees and waterfalls and everything. But if we wanted to add in maybe some berries or some houses or some boxes that aren't in this tile set, we have to add a new tile layer, and then we can choose an entirely new tile set. Now you might also do this when you have the same tile set to add a sense of depth. So if we use this one right here, and I add in, let's just add in some ground, and I can change the size here. So I'll zoom in and we'll work with a pretty small spot of land over here. Let's say this is what we've got for our tile set right now, is this whole section right here. Now you can come in here and you can design different sections of it, which might be kind of cool. I'm not a very good designer, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. But we've got a ground here, we've got some grass, there you go. This is how you use a tile set. You just choose the parts you want, and then you set it up. Some tile sets actually have things laid out in a fairly large mode, like a whole house will actually be in the tile set itself, whereas other ones you have to construct it tile by tile.
I'll have to get a tile set for this. Is there a tile set online? Free tile sets for 2D games, please. I just need a 8-bit tile set. Anything more than that would be too inconsistent with what we are making. Wait, is what we are using 8-bit or 16-bit? I don't even know. It's probably 16 actually. Yeah, 16. So 16-bit maybe. And the internet's just, my download speed's just perfect right now. Upload is good. Upload is probably 100 Mbps. Download is down to like 2 or 5, or I don't even know if there's any right now. Okay, I'll have to search again. Free tile sets. Free tile sets 16-bit. 16 into 16. Thank you. While it's doing that and doing its stuff, let's look at this.
Makes a lot of sense when you're more of a designer, because it's a lot easier to then have infinite variety with a very small tile set. Now, the reason for 2 layers comes in right here. If I wanted to put this over something, or if I wanted to use this tree which has transparent pixels, it'll actually be rid of all the other ones inside of there. But if we go to tile set 2, and I wanted to put this in here, then it looks just fine, because those transparent pixels aren't deleting the other ones on the same layer. So when you're designing a level, you might have 5, 6, 10 tile layers for the same tile set, because you want to layer on lots of different things from the same tile set. That is perfectly normal and is used very commonly. So that's basic tile set design. But the really cool thing in GameMaker is something called auto tile, which is what we're going to look at next. So let's go into the tile set, and I'll press F12 to maximize this. You have something called a brush builder, tile animation, and auto tiling. What I'm going to tackle today is auto tiling, because it's the more complex of them, but also the more useful when you start designing larger levels. So we're going to zoom in, and we're just going to use this section right here. There are 2 auto tile templates, 16 and 47. I haven't seen very many 47 auto tile templates, but if we were to look at the GameMaker manual, it actually shows you right here the different kinds of tile sets that you would need. So for 47, you actually need 47 tiles inside of a tile set that all line up exactly to what GameMaker wants. So we don't have anything like that. Instead, we have a 16 one, and you press the plus button, and it brings up the tiles you need. Now, I personally find this really difficult to read and understand exactly what they're looking for, but essentially, the darker area is where you want the tile set to be like the main portion. So here, this one, the dark area needs to be grass in the top left corner. So, but it only needs to be a tiny bit of grass. So as we go through here, we're going to select the tiles from this tile set, and then we're going to be able to just hold it down on our auto tiling and create a level that is dynamic based on how we move our mouse around. It's really, really cool. So let's create it now. So the first one we're going to do is just a regular old patch of ground. Then we're going to choose this piece of grass over here, because it's got the grass in the top left. Then we need the grass in the top right. Now we need a grass in the top section entirely, which is there. Then bottom left, then left. Now, this one needs to have the empty space in the middle here, even though it's kind of gray. So I'm going to choose that one, and then we need to choose the grass here, but this one actually needs to have the grass all the way in the left and an empty space in the bottom right corner, which is this one right here. Then we choose this small grass here, which is the other one that looks like this right there. So we need the grass on the right over here. Bottom, we need the grass, this one here, to empty space in the bottom left. We need the bottom grass there.
I'm
grass
all
too.
right.
We
Got
can
it.
now come in here
Wait,
and
the
choose
last
that
one.
one, and then finally we choose just a grass one in general. Now that's all
Okay.
the ones that we need, and assuming I did it right, we can now come in here, and I'm actually going to delete these tiles, add a whole other one just so that we can work with something fresh, choose the same tile set, and then you go over to libraries, and you can actually name different auto tiles, because we could actually have multiple auto tiling libraries from this one sprite sheet. I think we could come up with something for this one over here as well if we wanted to. But for now, I'm just going to do this, and you can see this is now a square patch of ground, and if I hold down my left mouse button and move this around, it's actually going to be exactly what we need. So you can move this around and you can now design your level really, really quickly. And if I hold right, I actually have a patch
All
of grass that I can put
right.
inside of there, which is pretty cool. And it looks like I made one little mistake. So if I connect it like this, I can see that I messed up the connecting ones. But we can come back into the auto tile, and this is the one I messed up. So I'm going to click the clear to delete that, and the clear on this one. So those two should actually be reversed. So instead, I'm going to click on this and choose that one, and do the same for that. Now if we come in here again, and we redo this, we should now have it working correctly. And I think that looks really, really nice. And you can see here that that does line up correctly, and now you can very easily scale your game to make a huge level that actually still looks pretty good, and auto tiling is basically magic. Not really, you now know how to make it, and that's exactly how it works. Auto tiling is an extremely powerful feature that allows you to design fairly large levels
Okay,
fairly
auto
easily.
tiling is like,
And
okay, now I know how to do it. Like, I don't know how to do it because I haven't done it, but I know it in theory, I guess. So I'll just have to try it again and again. And but first, I need a tile set. Please work, internet, please. I'll just turn off Bluetooth for now. Your connection was interrupted, and it works. For some reason, turning off Bluetooth makes all right. For some reason, turning off Bluetooth makes the Wi-Fi run faster. I guess it would make sense, but shouldn't at this configuration or at this point in history. That happened like 10 years ago. And it again isn't working great. Why? Is there something wrong with my internet? Do I need to troubleshoot it? How long has it been since we have been streaming? It's been exactly 30 minutes. 31 minutes and 41 seconds actually. Hmm. Will it work? Will it not work? Let's hope it does. Please. Please. P plat. Oh, oh. I'll just search free platformer game assets. Game assets. And it just won't load. Yeah. Perfect. So what do we do now that nothing's loading? Is at least my stream smooth? Yeah, that's the only thing going smooth right now. Well, other than the like entertaining part. I'll check it just in case, even though I've upgraded my RAM recently. Yeah, RAM's not a problem. RAM doesn't seem to be a problem. So what's the problem here? Hello? I'll just do a quick speed test. Wait, what? I didn't press Alt Control anything. That speed test. Yeah. Even the speed test thing is not opening. What's the internet speed right now? I might have some resources. Please tell me I have some resources. I'll be doomed if I don't. Sprites, Legacy Beach, something. No, this doesn't seem to be. Yeah, this isn't it. Legacy Fantasy High Forest 2.2. Yeah, maybe this has something. Trees. No. HUD. Nah, not this either. Maybe assets, building tiles. Yeah, tiles. I have some tiles actually. I do have some tiles. Okay. So, yeah, I'll just have to use this because I do not have anything else. Let's hope it does work though. Props and rocks, tiles, tree assets, tree assets. Yeah, we don't need these. Why did I drink water when I needed to? Fa- uh, all right, and I'll also use these just because why not? So first thing we need to learn is tiling. Yeah. So tiling. Yeah, GameMaker. So first we need to make add a sprite. Yeah, add and sprite, which is where is the sprite folder? Yeah, Alt S. This will be tiles. So tile, uh, tile ground or tiles. T tiles. I'll just name it T tiles. All right. So what we doing here? So the first step was I already forgot the first step. Please tell me this doesn't unload itself. Yeah. So
Is not going to look at it any other GameMaker, which is cool. And then over here, we can change our tile set and grab the sprite and put it over here. And then it shows up like a sprite. So I'm going to right click and create tile set. And I use TS as the prefix here. I'm just going to name it Gentle Forest as well. You can
okay, got it. So we need a tile to create a tile set. What's the shortcut for it though? Create. Tile set is alt B. All right. This will be TS background or something. What should we name it? Should we name it on the basis of? Alright, guys, I really need to go to the washroom actually right now. Just wait 2 minutes. All right. All right, I'm back. Had to run a bit. I was in quite the crisis right now. Anyhow, so now that that's over, I'll just put the preview of my stream and open my chat on my phone, and we'll be right back to how things were. Okay, Mr. Ender Nerd, sorry we were off the stream for a second. So yeah, what games will I make and when we are done learning and how to make them? Okay, so I'll primarily be making platformers for a bit. I'll be doing that because I need to learn game making for an upcoming game jam event, and our friend group has decided to participate in it. Well, I decided to participate in it and drag them along with me. So I need to learn game making first as soon as possible because it's like in under a week. And yeah, after I'm done with that, maybe I'll go into Unreal Engine after the basics in this are covered, so that I have more of an idea. I'm more familiar with environment design and that. Actually, I have done it before in Unreal Engine. And first, I'll be making platformers like action RPGs. Have you heard about? Well, there's this game called a Rain something. I'm completely forgetting its name. Let me just check it on Steam. Yeah, its name is Rain World, yeah, Rain World. So, do you remember? Do you know the game Rain World? So, we'll be making games like that, and yeah, that will be for a while. And after that, I'll go to 3D game making. My preference would be VR in 3D game making because the other 3D games are like really just not well that interesting at this point of time. Almost every game is out there. I have a few ideas, but I don't know if I can execute it. Oh, cool. Also, here's a new sub. Oh my. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Welcome to the channel. I guess. Welcome. So yeah, I need to catch my breath. Yeah. So as what we were doing, yeah, we were creating the tile set. So tile set, and we will be naming it TS tile just for now because for simplicity. TS tile, and now we import the tile set. For that we need the sprite, which is where again? Yeah, T tiles, and let's import an image. Import it from sprites, legacy fantasy, legacy high forest. It would be in assets and tiles. Yeah, this, yeah. All right, so now that we have it done, we will be going to TS tiles. And yeah, I forgot there was a second part to your question, Mr. Ender Nerd. How will what games will you make when you are done learning and how to make them? Yeah. So the second part to your question, I'll just be using ChatGPT primarily to understand the basics because it's much faster than watching it on YouTube videos and just going to YouTube videos to find out the in-depth and intricacies of whatever I'm doing. I hope that answers your complete question. I'm sorry I missed that. I really was in a rush right there. All right, so let's select a sprite and sprite styles. What we need to do here is, I think this is 16 by 16, right? I'll just count the pixels because why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I said it is 16 by 16. So first, as the game said, I will need to, no, not game, the video said. Yeah.
Select the sprite, or you can grab the sprite
Select
and put it over
sprites
here, and then it shows up. So when we have this, this is now our tile set. And fortunately, this
okay.
one actually has the right width and height of the tiles already set, but we can look at them over here and we can change it. So the ones you're going to find most common are 8 by 8, 16 by 16, and 32 by 32 for tile sets. 32 by 32 is like a high resolution, 16 by 16 older, and 8 by 8 is like really classic games, and I don't see that one too often. The tile set offset X and Y is if they did not start right here, but this one actually does. They created it just correctly. It's really, really nice to work with in GameMaker, which is cool. And then you have the separation if there's space in between any of these. The output border X and Y are if you're going to be scaling your game up or down, and kind of has to do with making your game run more efficiently, but we're not going to talk about it any more than that, but you can check out the manual if that interests you. And then disabling source sprite export basically means you are only using this sprite as a...
I'll just turn that on for the sake of it. Disable source sprite export. because that might
tile set, and so GameMaker
bite
can
me
let you
in the
navigate
back
and manipulate it
later
any other
on.
way. So if you are going to be using this sprite for something else, which I suppose you could, it'd just be kind of strange, then you want to uncheck that box. Now, inside of here, using a tile set is actually pretty simple if we go with just the basic way of using this tile set. We open up a room, and we have to make a tile layer. Now, when you are designing tile sets and using them inside of GameMaker, you're going to have lots of tile layers. And the reason is you can only have one kind of tile set on each layer. So right now, we actually have a good deal of things we can use this tile set for. It actually has like trees and waterfalls and everything. But if we wanted to add in maybe some berries or some houses or some boxes that aren't in this tile set, we'd have to add a new tile layer, and then we can choose an entirely new tile set. Now, you might also do this when you have the same tile set to add a sense of depth. So if we use this one right here, and I add in, let's just add in some ground, and I can change the size here. So I'll zoom in and we'll work with a pretty small spot of land over here. Let's say this is what we've got here. You enough a lot in it here. Then
I'm sorry for skipping so much, but I need to get to the important part.
F12 to maximize this. You have something called a brush builder, tile animation, and auto tiling.
Yeah, so auto tiling. I need to go to auto tiling. Yeah. So since we need this to be a ground tile, this should be what it's what's needed. Yeah, this should be what's needed. I'll just do it the 16 way, right? So 16 is one is this. This should be top left. So where would that be? Maybe it's no, it's not this. It's not this either. It's not this either. It's this probably. Then this is this probably. Then this would be this, and this would be this. This would be uh this maybe. And okay, I should actually use it from one certain sheet only. So it's 1 2 3, no, yeah, it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. No, it's more than what's required, but how do I know which one I need to use? I guess we'll know eventually. So, okay, this makes more sense. Yeah, this would be here, this would be here, and this would be probably something like, I don't know. Let's do this till then. This would be here. Maybe, yeah, this one. And this one would be this, maybe. Maybe this. Oh God. uh, I can't figure it out. Okay, let's calm down here. Let's just use this one for now, just for now, because this seems just simpler, even though this would have looked much nicer if it actually worked. Maybe I'll just try to, yeah, I'll just delete this for now and create another one. 47, how many is this? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 41 here. And any more? Let's try this one. Why not? Oh, this doesn't work that way, I think. Yeah, this doesn't work that way. 16, maybe. Okay, so this would be this. This would be this. This would be this. If I'm doing it right, this would be this. And this would be this. This would be this. And this has a center part, which I don't know what it is. I have absolutely no idea. Is it something like, huh? Maybe this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This seems like a 16 tile set because it's just the count is 16. It might be just incredibly wrong, but let's try. The empty part would be, where would it be? Let's do the other parts first. So this would be this one. This would be maybe this one, I hope. And this would be maybe this one. This would be maybe I need a tile set that I can actually figure out. Is my internet working again? Hope please that tell me it's working again. 3 tile sets for GameMaker. And if it doesn't load, I'm gonna kill myself. Actually, I take that back. I'd like to live a bit longer. I'm sorry, it just got incredibly scuffed at the moment I got back. Let's figure out cameras till then. We have the tile sets concept, so it should be
Room, you can every
not a
game
problem.
needs a level. In GameMaker, levels are called rooms. I'm going to show you the basics of creating and using levels in GameMaker. Then we're going to do a deeper dive into the properties of rooms and layers. And finally, I'll show you the most common mistakes that beginners make when using rooms. Let's dive in. In GameMaker, every new project comes with a room. You can access it by clicking this little room group right here. You can see room 1. Clicking on that, we can actually see the room properties over here on the left. To access all of the properties of a room, you can double click on that room and it opens it up. Now, room 1 is up here with a tab. To get back to workspace 1, you can click right here. To get back to it, click on room 1 once again. If you want to add and create even more rooms, rooms are just change the color to
I'd like
very
to skip a few of these.
or every new room
Let's add a plain background color to the platformer level because we might need it. There's not a single thing in the background color, and it should be something like a bit bluish because that's been the theme, but a bit light blue. Yeah, this seems fine. Okay. Maybe I'll change it to something bit darker. No, that's too dark. Yeah. This is fine. I'll just test the game one last time because I do not want anything to be scuffed. And let's reach score 100. Once we reach 100, it should change the things. And by the thing, I mean the room. And I should go to the platformer level. Then we'll figure out the platformer. Actually, the platformer character part is quite easy because we have already done it. Yeah, it does work. So the platformer character part is quite easy. So let's design the characters first because why waste time when we can not waste it? So Alt S, let's import another sprite. I'll have to actually rename the sprite first because that way it works better. So idle sheet. Idle sheet would be T idle and T idle underscore sheet or script. What's the shortcut for it? There is some. I'll just duplicate it. Duplicate tab and go back to character. Go back to all the way back and I'll just go directly back to pictures. Why not? And not this. This. Yeah. So spinning coin, I named it in a certain way. This is the certain naming scheme which allows GameMaker to automatically identify if the image is a script. So if I now add here strip, strip, and then 4, then it should automatically identify that this is a strip. So if I import the image now, which would be somewhere in legacy, fantasy, and character, Here's the idle one, and this is T idle strip, which was supposed to be S idle strip, but it's fine. And if I am right about this, yeah, see, much better than actually doing it ourselves. Though the animation's frame should be less than this. Probably like one animation per half a second. No, it's too fast. Four animations half a second. Let's make it half. Enter and save. That might be too slow. 6 seems to be fine. I, I think. No, 6 is too fast as well. Let's just stick to 4. Why not? So this is the basic character animation. If you want to, we can like add these some effects into it, but we do not want to do it right now. Let's remove them. Yeah, got rid of all of them. Please go away. Stop. Hmm. Oh, I'll just erase this manually. Yeah. So this is our basic character animation for stable. I'll actually just duplicate this player thing. Where's the player object? Yeah, I'll duplicate the player object and create another one of these. Like, how do I duplicate it again? Yeah, Control D. So this will be O car just for the sake of it. Let's open this and change its sprite to something which is not coin. Change its sprite to what we just made, which is not here. Where is it? Okay, it didn't. SCHAR. Let's remember that. Seems rememberable enough, but okay. And yeah, that should be what we needed. And let's add it here just for testing things out. Yeah. How big is it? No, cancel. I need instances. Yeah. We added an instance. This is a bit too small, but we'll have to work with this for now. We are actually going to be creating a proper platformer. This is just starting bare bones. I'll just be adding some of the objects, and later down the game we will be making the whole environment. I'll actually design the environment by tomorrow if possible. I have the deep learning thing to do, but before that, let's do a few more things. Like when I press W, or yeah, press any of these keys, I need there to change to the animation which I want it to. What English am I saying? Yeah. When I press W or any other key which makes it run, I need there to be a change in the animation from idle to running. So how do I forgot the internet's not working. Change the animation of change the sprite / animation. Is it working even? Yeah, it's just not working. I'll just use my own offline hosted chat GPT, which would be in my terminal, I guess. Terminal. And I'll have to run this. Let's close the others. And yeah, Control Shift P. I'll tell you something cool right now, which I have, which is like Olama 3.1. It is basically some a chat GPT version you can have on your computer itself. Olama, even if you do not have internet. Olama run Llama 3.1. Hopefully it works and not take too much space. By space, I meant space in my GPU. All right, so how do I change the right slash animation in of my player in GameMaker Studio? When I press a key or walk. Hopefully, yeah, it has the library for it. Step event. So if I change this, if keyboard check WK left, image index is equal to 1, else if keyboard check WK right, image index is equal to 2. Okay, so like I can add multiple images to we should be able to add them actually, but how do I know the image index is? All right. Image index plus equal to 1 whenever this. Hmm. How do I change my the response I got right now wasn't good enough, so I'm trying something else. And if my internet doesn't decide to work, then that's all I will have to stick with for today actually. Because I do not have access to internet right now for some reason. Like just download speed, purely download speed. Upload speed is completely fine. Download speed is the problem. Everyone is free today, everyone is using the Wi-Fi, and there's just not enough bandwidth. Hmm. Okay, let's figure out this image index part first. So since there's supposed to be something for image index, there should be new sprite. Okay. No, didn't intend to do that. But there should be something for image indexes, right? Maybe it's in just the character. Open an editor. Texture, collision mask, 9 slice. The center needs to be middle center. I need to import more. But how do I do this? 9 slice. No, not don't need 9 slice. What I need is somehow figure out what image index is. Uh, okay, this I can't seem to figure it out, but we'll try. The only problem is my lack of internet access right now. I mean, I can stream because of my upload speed. I keep repeating the same point, but people who join the stream later need context on what is happening. Okay, so basically, what I'm doing is hosting my own chat GPT on my computer because my download speed is just so bad that it absolutely won't run even chat GPT. Hello, and yeah, wait, it working? Did it get better? No, it did not. It's not working. Yeah, knew it. Uh, Maybe it's a problem with proxy servers or something. Actually, maybe not, because even YouTube is not opening. So yeah, absolutely nothing's working. So I'm just hosting my own ChatGPT version, and we are doing it this way, just in case I forgot to give an explanation earlier. So, according to Olama, this is not exactly ChatGPT. This is Olama. Llama 3.1 to be precise. Olama is a like a hosting service, not hosting service. It's it basically provides AI models. Sorry for the background noise. I'm in hosting. All right. So yeah, in your step event, check if the player is moving horizontally. How do I know the player index? How do I set different sprites for different indexes? Here are the steps. In the resources view, usually on the left of the screen, click on the sprites folder. Right click inside the sprites folder and select new sprite array. New sprite array. Okay, I'll just put this on top so that this doesn't get in the way. Windows Control T, yeah. And sprite, new sprite array, which is not here. I will have to create sprite. No, this is not this either. Sprite, there's only a single sprite thing. So it's probably within the sprites, maybe. So let's go to S character and create sprite array. How do I do that? Okay, let's see further. Hmm. Wait, where was it again? Yeah. So to change player's animation, this using separate sprite for running. No, this was not my input. My input was somewhere down here, right? I completely missed it for some reason. I'll just use it inside the browser. It's much easier that way. Right, yeah. And Llama 3.1, and I need a new chart. How to add multiple sprite indexes in Maker Studio 2. Model not selected, obviously not. Yeah. It will take a second because I'm streaming simultaneously and it's loading it on the GPU, and the Olama hasn't been loaded yet. And I just closed my terminal. Oh God, we should not close our terminal mid execution. That's bad. I need to open it quick. Ubuntu, yes, please open fast, and I need to run this. This will just not come. This will just be stuck in a loop unless I do it. Uh, like run Olama, O-L-A-M-A, run O-L-A-M-A 3.1, please. And now if we reload it, yeah, it should work now. How do I add multiples? Yeah, model not selected, but it should run now. Yeah, immediately runs. Oh, I was actually scared for a second because, yeah, I can now just stop this from running. Hmm. Open the sprite resource. First, open the sprite resource in which you want to add multiple frames or indices. You can do this by going to resources, selecting your game project, and then clicking on sprites. Click on the sprite. Once you are viewing or editing a sprite, click directly in, yeah, click directly inside. Where was I again? Inside the sprite area where you want to start adding new frames. Add new frame if you want to start from scratch to add more frames without redrawing them all. Example for animations, you typically copy and paste one of the existing frames. I do not need this. Adjust child mode to make things make it easier to see and work with multiple frames, especially if they're all the same size. You might want to switch from scrolled mode to tiled mode. In the sprite editor's top left corner, this will arrange your frame grid, making it easier to select, copy, and paste them. No, I needed to change animation. How do I make my sprites change? My object change sprites. My object. How do I make my object change sprites when character starts running? So we need to create a script for our object. Finally, a useful answer. Finally. If I had like actual download speed, the stream would have been much faster. But it just doesn't, nothing's working. Just my download is just gone. Obviously, it had to happen while I was streaming. Anyhow, now that this is working, to simplify, you don't have if you don't have a script like a change sprite on run state, you could directly check and change the sprite in your object step event. So variable player instance plays this and explain the above code. All right. So I'll explain this in just a second. I'll wait for this whole thing to load. Yeah. So first of all, this makes actually a bit of sense. I just asked it to explain just in case I was missing any intricacies. But here, as long as we figure out the index part, we just need to check the button. There's a command for checking buttons in it, which I should open documentation as my download is not working right now, which is F1, right? Yeah, so documentation is opened and there are actually commands which you can use to identify which key is pressed instead of just going to directly key pressed and like this thing. Where is it? Yeah, instead of using object card. Yeah, this. Why can't I click on it? Is there something? Hello? Uh, is there something wrong here? Is this stuck? What's happening? Oh, this has been like focused. Okay, I need to focus, remove this from focus, but still doesn't seem to. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, it's working now. I don't know what happened. Sorry, your guys' ears must have gone. I hit my mic right in the thing. Oh, I punched it. All right. So yeah, instead of doing what we were doing, which is pressed button and then doing everything, we can just do it this way. Like there's a command for it, which would be HK underscore pressed left. I'm pretty sure I'll check it once. And if we enter it here, we'll be able to identify when the key is pressed and then the image indexes can be figured out. So how do I make it so my any of my yeah, the English here is a bit broken, but I guess it will understand, and it did. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. Keyboard underscore check vk underscore left. Okay, so that's what it was. Running status, left and right. I do not need these, but I need these. So I'll just write else and remove this part. Variable running status ds underscore map underscore find value. Okay, I do not know what this function is, but okay. Hmm. What exactly is an image index? But this makes it so we cannot change the animations like without just adding it here, and it seems awfully complicated for maybe there's something that I'm missing. Layers maybe? No, layers definitely not. Hmm. All right. So I guess this thing I'll have to figure it out off a screen and also the tiling part. But we were able to figure some things out. I'll just end the stream a bit earlier because it would be better if I do it so. Because since my internet isn't working, but before that, let's go through some things. Like I need to figure this commit history out. I'll just do it off stream. This is too much. And after figuring this commit history out, I need to figure out the tiling, which also I'll do off stream. Actually, not off stream. I'll learn how to do it off stream and do it on stream because that would be just much better. And what else? What else did we have to do today? For now, I'll add the exit button to the works this second screen because otherwise it will be a disaster. Yeah, and I also need the cameras, right? So maybe the cameras videos is still loaded. Yeah, diving deeper into the room live. This isn't working. Yeah.
So if you've tried the basic view follow options in GameMaker.
Okay, this whole video is buffered. Even though nothing else will work right now, the entirety of the other videos are buffered. So they should still work. Why is my audio muted? Alright. So these won't work, but the buffered videos should still work. How to make 2D platformer. Okay, not this video. Yeah, this video.
And find them a bit
let's just finish this after figure out the camera.
Viewport and enable viewport 0, and these are the correct size for whatever camera you want. With nothing else modifying it, your first room's viewport settings and sizes will affect your window size too, so keep that in mind. We're going to make an object called OCamera, and the idea is that we'll have one instance of this object that our camera locks onto, and we just give it targets that smoothly move towards over time, or just snap it to a position if we want it to be an instant cut or whatever else. In the create event, we want to establish the width and height of the camera. You might derive these by a bunch of different means, but often this will just be...
Okay, so first let's create an object. I'll just make this as a focus window so that it's easier for us to deal with everything. Yeah, so let's create another object. If I just pin this window once and go to our workspace, I'll use workspace 2 for this because it's better to organize our workspaces at least while we are working. Yeah, all right, so camera. I just hit my microphone once again. Okay, and now let's add event, create event, and in create event we need GML code. Okay, and in create new event we need cam width, cam width equal to 640 and cam height equal to 360. I do not think it is wise to like suddenly change my camera stuff, but well, it will be fine, I guess. Follow equal to player, was it, or character? Character. Car, CHAR. That what it was? Yeah, Okar. Yes, it was Okar indeed. Yeah, so and x2 and y2. So x2, these are probably defined variables here. X2 is equal to x will be the position of this camera, and y2 is equal to y will be the y position of this camera. And once this is done, y2 and x2 needs to be assigned to the players variables. Probably.
Then an initial follow target. In my case, I wanted to start.
Agam, yo. Hey man, is that wait?
Here and write controls in the step event to move the camera manually, like
Wait.
RTS or something, but still have the option to follow a target later. You might want to set X and Y to something initially, or just do that when you position it in your room. Or
hello, Agam. Welcome to the stream.
But if you get that,
I'm sorry for suddenly stopping this. I just saw something. It needed my immediate attention. All right. So as we were.
To move the camera manually, like in an RTS or something.
So right now we are figuring out the camera part.
Something initially, or just do that when you position it in your room or when you create it dynamically or whatever else. But if you get that initial burst of movement as the camera zooms towards your player, for example, it just means you want to control where the camera initially spawns, presumably right on top of its initial target, but it's up to you. We need an X2 and a Y2, and these should probably be set to your camera's current XY initially. They'll be overwritten every frame by the position of whatever it is we're trying to follow. Add the step event. First, we're going to check if we need to update X2 and Y2. If follow is not...
I need to create the step event first. I'll just follow this step by step for now because we do not have much time for the stream. And I need to achieve something in the stream because my internet just isn't working. This is the only buffered video. Thank God I increased my RAM because the buffered video actually saved my life this time. Because as you can see, nothing else is loading, which I am repeating for the 10th time in this live stream. Just in case somebody comes and doesn't know what's happening, why am I just,
most likely
bad? But it's not that I am bad. It is because I'm bad, but it is also because my internet's not working.
Presumably right on top of it.
Well, at least the download part. The upload speed is fine, as you can see in OBS. Wait, is it fine? Is it working? OBS, hello. Yeah, it is working. See, upload speed is absolutely fabulous, fantastic, excellent. Yeah. So let's create a step event.
Target, but it's up to you. We need an X2 and a Y2, and these should probably be set to your camera's current XY initially. They'll be overwritten every frame by the position of whatever it is we're trying to follow. Add the step event. First, we're going to check if we need to update X2 and Y2. If follow is not set to no one, X2 equals our follow instances X1, and the same for Y. Then we're going to add the two lines that do most of the work. work here, which is x plus equals x2 minus x divided by 25. Then the same with y and y2. You can also use the lit function if you're familiar with that, but the idea is we move our x and y towards our x2 and y2 by 1/25th of the difference between the two positions. This value gets smaller and smaller as we get closer, which means the camera moves fastest when it is far away from the target and slowest when it has almost arrived. That gives it that easy.
25 will be too slow actually here.
Where it slowly comes to a stop.
We'll figure it out, yeah.
25 is an arbitrary value, but the higher a number you use, the slower the camera will follow, and vice versa. I find 25 just looks nice quite a lot of the time, but it's a little on the slower side. Sometimes I'll use 15 or even lower. Then all we need to do is have the game camera move the point directly at our camera object. We do this with one simple function using camera set view pos, setting view camera 0, which is our current active camera, to our x minus half of our camera width, and y minus half of our camera height. This will
We also need to create cameras. Even though the cameras are not explained in this video, we do not have much of an option because, well, first of all, the internet's not working. Second of all, wait, what's the camera width and height? 640 into 320, right? I do not have much time left for the stream, so I'll just have to figure this thing out as fast as I can and then end it. So yeah, the camera is 640 by 320. The X position and Y position I haven't, I do not think I need to change it. I'll still change the viewport property to be the same as, no, actually the viewport doesn't need to change, I think. Maybe it needs to, but for now let's wait. Horizontal border 32, vertical border 32. I do not know what this means, but I think it will be fine. I'll put the O camera thing here. I hopefully, is it visible? Wait. This object doesn't need to be visible.
We'll leave us with our camera object.
I'll figure it out later.
Camera object. We do this with one simple function using camera set view pos, setting view camera 0, which is our current active camera, to our x minus half of our camera width and y minus half of our camera height. This will leave us with our camera object right in the middle of our view. You can give the camera object a sprite if you want to test this. You should see it's exactly in the middle of the screen. But that's it. As you can see, it follows my player around perfectly and smoothly. I also put in a little focus swap in the key press enter event, so if I press enter, I can swap the camera to this little NPC and back again, just to show how easy it is to move the camera between targets. Now, this is just a foundation. You can go a million different directions with this, and a ton can go into your camera design. It's one of the key pillars you want to get right in your game design as early as possible, so it's worth thinking a lot about. You might not want to always focus on our camera. You should see it's fastest when it is far away from the target. You can as current y2 if followed.
All right, so we basically understood the code here. So the follow no one NOONE refers to when there's absolutely no entity on the camera which is being followed, or there is for some reason something which is not present where it's supposed to be present, then it follows nothing, and there are controls to be able to control the movement of the camera. We do not need to know that right now, but otherwise this is probably the position of the player, which is x2 and y2, and this will be follow.x, follow.y. I think this is the camera position. No, x2 and y2 are the camera position and x and y are the player position, and the position x is equal to x plus x2 minus x by 25, y is equal to y plus. Okay, this seems a bit confusing. Is this an assignment operator? If this is an assignment operator, then it works this way. But if this is not an assignment operator, this could work either way depending on which is defined first. I'm assuming this is an assignment operator, then according to that, this will be x2 will be the position of the camera, and this will be the position of the player, or actually the other way around, the player and the camera. So why would x, okay, yeah, it would definitely be x plus x2 minus x by 25, because we will be moving and in the direction of the player. Here it is minus, but the value of the whole thing can be negative as well as positive, so it will definitely move in the direction of the player. So yeah, it makes sense. And then camera set view pause. This is probably an inbuilt function which has the first parameter as the camera, second as camera width into x minus camera width into 5, and y minus camera width into 5. These are probably the camera speeds. Maybe.
Camera height, setting view camera move to point directly at our camera object. We do this with one simple function using camera set view pos, setting view camera 0, which is our current active camera, to our x minus half of our camera width and y minus half of our camera height. This will leave us with our camera object right in the middle of our view. You can give the camera object a sprite if you want. To test this, you should see it's exactly in the middle of the screen. But that's it. As you can see, it follows my player around perfectly and smoothly. I also put in a little focus swap in the key press, enter it in the middle of our view. You can give the camera object a sprite minus half of our camera height. The camera width point directly at our camera object. We do this with one simple function using camera set view pos, setting view camera 0, which is our current active camera, to our x minus half of our camera width and y minus half of our camera height. This will
Okay, this is basically the position for the camera center. We are using the dividing or subtracting the value half into camera width because we need it to be the player to be in the center of this. But I will write the program or actually the code for this tomorrow because we are already out of time. It's 12:11. I need to sleep. I am really tired. We are not going to be able to go through the deep learning stuff because my download speed is absolutely nothing right now. So I won't be able to preview anything online. Maybe it started. No, it still hasn't started working. So yeah, that's about it for today, guys. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Maybe the next day.